Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Don't take anything personally. Don't take anything personally is the second agreement in Don Miguel Ruiz's book, The Four Agreements. Yesterday I talked about the first agreement, be impeccable with your word. If you didn't catch that video, I'll link it at the end of the video here, and I will also put it in the description. But this book is amazing, and today I want to talk about the second agreement. Don't take anything personally. Now, I'm going to confess, this is something that I am continuing to work on myself. Let's be honest, right? We're all a work in progress. I hope to make it to 100. If I make it to 100, I'm still going to be a work in progress, right? Because no one's ever going to be perfect, right? So as long as you're working every day at being better, then you're doing the right thing. But don't take anything personally, because it's not about you. It's about them. If you know who you are and you're being a conscious person and watching what you say and trying not to, rub people the wrong way, offend people, things like that, and they react to you, or they respond to you, or they criticize you, or they give you some feedback, even if it's positive feedback, it's not about you, because people are coming from their own programming. They're coming from their own agreements that they're still caught up in the matrix. They are coming from their wounds. They're often unhealed perspectives. And the more dysfunctional the person, the more they're projecting. And if you're on the spiritual path, we've talked about this before, the dark is following you along the path. They are very close behind because they're doing everything they can to get in front of you and block your way, okay? And so these unhealed people are going to respond to you in ways that can be hurtful or make you second guess yourself. They can drive you mentally crazy. And so if you realize that there's no reason to take anything personally, because it's not about you. It's about them, and it's about their stuff that they are just projecting. Okay, so here would be a great example. I'm going to have haters out here. I'm going to have haters in the comments. And hate all you want. I know who I am. And so your comments are not going to affect me at all. In fact, there are 65 million active YouTube channels. If you're going to come on and watch my channel and then go through the effort to make a negative comment because I triggered you somehow, that's not about me. That's about you. And so just take that example and apply it to just your life, because most of the time it's going to be with the people that are the closest to you, or family and things like that. So here's like an example. You are somebody who wants to change your career. You've been really unhappy with the work that you're doing, and you are looking to do something different, right? And so you're gonna talk to the people who are, your trusted advisors, right? People that you feel like you can get feedback from. And you're maybe middle age, and you wanna change your complete trajectory. Did I say that right? I don't know. You know what I mean, right? You want to change the direction of your life, and you want to do something different. And so you're going to get some feedback from these people, and then there's that person who says, oh, that's really risky. And are you sure you want to do that? And, have you really thought this through? And are you going to be able to make enough money doing that? And what if it doesn't work out? And blah, blah, blah. And guess what? All they're doing is putting themselves in your shoes and um, projecting their own fear and anxiety onto you. And so, what are you going to do? You're going to carry around their fear and anxiety? So if you're, listening to your heart and to your intuition, and it's telling you to go in a direction, who are you going to listen to? Are you going to rather listen to spirit, who knows, who's communicating to you clearly in ways you can feel because you're in touch? Or are you going to listen to this person over here? Whether you might love them, but they aren't you. They're them, and they're going to communicate to you through themselves, okay? And so that's just one example of how people might project. Or I'm going to say stuff on this channel. I'm going to piss people off. I'm going to make you really have to think about what you've been doing or the way you've been thinking about your life. Because that's why I'm here. That's my job, right? Let's take the guy who has basically just been telling it like it is his whole life. He's already, been at the end of the shit stick from people and doesn't give a shit anymore, to come out here and just tell it like it is, because who's better to do that, right? That's my job. And so I'm going to trigger people. People aren't going to always like everything I have to say, and they definitely aren't going to like the way I say it, because I'm just going to be really matter of fact about it. I'm going to be direct about it. I'm not trying to be anything except me. That's why the channel is called Authentic and Unapologetic, because that's just what I'm trying to portray, okay? But I'm going to say things that people aren't going to like. And just like if you go on social media and you go on Facebook and you belong to some groups or whatever, and you read the comments, you can see the people who live in their mom's basements sitting at their computers with all the nasty comments and the things that they would never, ever, ever say to you to your face, right? Because these people are cowards. Well, am I going to let a coward get me upset? Because it's not about me. If I'm triggering you, I'm pointing out that you have something where you need to heal. I'm pointing out that you have a wound, and that literally I'm doing you a favor. Like, you can be nasty and type, but I'm actually doing you a favor and pointing out an area that you can improve on. So why would I get upset about anything you have to say? Right? Because it's not about me. It's about you. And I'm not going to take it personally. So it's just like an example to kind of illustrate that people are often communicating from their own baggage, and to be very discerning as to what you allow into your energy, what advice, what feedback you really absorb, okay? That's not to say, oh, you should just go through life and never ask anybody anything and do everything on your own, and what everybody says, nobody, anything anybody says to you doesn't matter. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is put it through the filter, okay? Think about it. What are they saying? Why are they saying it? How does that feel? Because if you get in touch with how is this feel, you can determine and distinguish whether or not somebody's really got your best interests in mind, or they're coming from their own stuff, okay? But don't take anything personally is just one of the agreements that will help you, toward freedom. Avoid carrying other people's stuff We have not enough of our own fears and anxieties and stuff and wounds that we're all trying to work through in our life. And some people have like legit trauma that they're still trying to work through in their life, right? You got your own stuff, right? We all do. Believe me, if I didn't have it, I would never be doing a channel like this, right? Let's be honest, right? I've had to work through a lot of stuff. Do you really want to carry somebody else's stuff? You want to carry somebody else's projections, their fears and anxieties too? I mean, you got some seriously big shoulders. If you want to do that, I don't recommend it. So don't take it personally. It's not about you. It's about them. Please like, share, subscribe. I do have some coaching sessions available. Also doing astrology readings. If that is something that you are at all interested in, if you are somebody looking to maybe live a more authentic life, get some direction on your life purpose, or you know your life purpose and you are stuck and you want some help, hit me up and we can talk about getting you going. Until next time, have a great day. I will catch you on the next one.